So I'm kind of ahead of myself right now because I'm having technical issues. But for the second assignment for this week's class, we are asked to go on Westlaw and look up statutory laws for Chapter 7 discharge and the contents of Chapter 13 plan when filing. So the first thing we're going to do in Westlaw is to look up the United States Code Annotated. And that will give us an entire list of all the titles in there. And as you can see, it's a very exhaustive list. And the good thing is, bankruptcy is Title 11, as you can see right here. So we're going to click that. And then it's going to give us another list of all the chapters. So as you can see, there's Chapter 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 12, 13, 15, so on and so forth. So for the first question, it asks, like I said, for the statutory laws under Chapter 7 discharge. Excuse me. So we're going to hit subchapter 2 because it mentions collection. And then at the very bottom, it gives us this section of the statute. Just the chapter and page. Let's see. So now it gives you the prerequisites for a Chapter 7 discharge. It gives you subsection A, B, wherever that is, down here. So, and this is also very exhausted, but it does give you all of the things that lead up to a discharge for Chapter 7. So now for the second question for Chapter 13, instead of going back up here and doing the same thing we just did, typing in United States Code Annotated, going to bankruptcy title, we're just going to go here, and it's going to take us back to that list that it initially gave us under Title 11. So now instead of going to Chapter 7, we're going to go down to Chapter 13, and we're going to hit Subchapter 2. Ironically, it's also Subchapter 2 under Chapter 13, and we're going to go, instead of discharge, we're going to go up to contents of plan, because it asks us, if you're filing for Chapter 13, what can you expect to the requirements you're supposed to meet in order to do this. So the plan, very simply, and it goes on to tell you everything that you should provide, whether the standard you should meet when filing or potentially filing for this chapter. It goes on, subject to subsections, notwithstanding subsection and applicable non-bankruptcy law. So yeah, that goes on and on to tell you if an individual consumer and or a company is qualified to actually file for bankruptcy.